So a lot of people want to know the story of how I ended up being cellmates with a pitchfork assassin. Now, if you're wondering what the hell you talking about, DC, stay tuned, because this story gets crazy.
Not one of your friends is fucking funnier than me, bro.
I don't have any friends.
You fucking loser.
That's not funny, bro.
So it's 2014. I'm currently incarcerated at Ross Correctional Institution. It's a level 3 maximum security prison. CEO says, "Oh, Clark, you got a new cellmate." I'm like, "Okay, cool. What's he in here for?" Something about unaliving his stepdad with a pitchfork. I was like, "Huh? What?" I was like, "I could have swore you said something about killing a stepdad with a pitchfork or something." He's like, "No, that's what I said." I was like, "Oh." I was like, "How big is this kid? Is he big for his age?" Or he's like, "No, he's a skinny kid. You would never think. You know, he's cool. Just look out for him, Clark." I was like, "I'm gonna be looking out for him. I'm not gonna keep my fucking eyes off him." What? So anyways, I get in a cell with this kid, and this kid just seems super normal, like super well mannered. You would never expect that he unalived his dad with a pitchfork, right? I couldn't help it. I was like, "So what's up, man? What's the story? How did you end up unaliving your dad with a pitchfork? I mean, like, what happened there, bro? Can you explain a little bit?" He chuckled a little bit, which made me uncomfortable, but he said, "Well, see, man, I've been smoking something called K2 for a while. And if anybody out there is familiar with K2, then you know it can really mess your brain up. And I guess he'd been smoking it pretty heavy for 4 months, and in his words, he had became a K2 addict. I guess one day, he didn't have any money for K2. His dad came home. This is his foster dad. This guy took this kid in, he took care of him, made him his foster son and everything. Anyways, I guess the dad came home and he had asked his dad for some money to get some K2. And I guess the dad had enough of it and was like, "No, I'm not getting you any more money for K2. And he's like, something snapped to me in that moment. He's like, "I don't know what it was." I was like, "Maybe it's the fucking K2 you've been smoking for 4 months straight." But anyways, once his dad said no more K2, he punched his dad in the face, knocked his dad out. And then for some reason, he seen one of them novelty pitchforks in the corner. Like it was real enough. He said it was a novelty pitchfork, but I mean, it was obviously a real enough pitchfork, because he took the pitchfork and stabbed his dad in the stomach with it. Well, so after that happened, he says he ran upstairs to the safe to get his dad's car keys, his wallet, and all types of other stuff. And once he did that, he came back downstairs. He was going to take the car to get some K2. He seen his dad was still breathing or something, so he ended up grabbing a dumbbell and, well, finishing the job, let's just say. After that, he of course went and got his K2. He even spent money off his foster dad's credit card on buying a new PlayStation and some new games. He was driving his foster dad's BMW around. He was even using his foster dad's phone to text other members of the family, pretending like he was him, that he was okay. For the next 3 or 4 days, he said he would just go from friend to friend's house, playing the new PlayStation he had, playing the games like nothing was wrong, and none of his friends had any idea. After a while, some of the family kind of got suspicious from the text, and they thought something was up, so they asked the cops to do a wellness check on the house. That's when the cops got there and found the body. The moment the police found the body, the news just started talking about it, and the kid knew that they were after him. So he went to hide out in a hotel, which was only about 15 minutes away, with his dad's car. This kid never claimed to be the smartest, and he obviously wasn't. Anyways, they eventually caught him, and turned himself in. Anyways, the brother told me that his brother, the guy I was in the cell with, the pitchfork assassin, ended up killing another one of his cellmates a couple years later. So I don't know how close I came to being one of them cellmates, but the whole time he was in the cell with me, everything was cool. I mean, he wasn't nothing but a little skinny kid. I mean, he knew I could beat him up if we fought one-on-one, but that don't mean this kid ain't crazy. He could have done something to me while I'm sleeping or anything, but we never had any of that dynamic. Everything was pretty cool. He knew what was up. But that's crazy. So that's the time I shared a cell with a pitchfork assassin. But anyways, if you like a story like this, I do content. I do prison stories. I talk about things going on. Just follow the channel, DC Me Now. Subscribe and tell your friends. If not, then fuck off.
Not one of your friends is fucking funnier than me, bro.
I don't have any friends.
You fucking loser.
That's not funny, bro.